Hey guys, Wins here. This build guide is gonna be about my Magma Orb, Scion, Poet's Pen, and Indigon. So this is my PP Smagma Indigon Scion build. And this build is very similar to like BD, but it's Magma Orb. And Magma Orb is really fun for me. I enjoy Magma Orb. I love Magma Orb and like all the from the Legacy League from Shard Magma Orb Elementalist to now. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's better or worse than BD. I would say it's better clear speed, but BD is maybe a bit better for bossing and better for delving, more controlled, while Magma Orb is like you wanna get them at max range. Alright, so I'm gonna get this guy started. This is a Fizz Reflect map. Normally Indigon builds, BD will kill yourself with Unearth being level 20, but as a Slayer, Scion, you're Fizz immune. You could be Elite immune if you really want, but I chose Pathfinder for permafrost uptime. Now, before you get into the comments and saying, "Oh, but Headhunter, man," okay, here's no Headhunter. Oh, Zerfies, man. Okay, here's no Zerfies. Now, I have a Nemesis mod, which is lucky, but so I'm gonna just put Nemesis on this real quickly. So you don't need Zerfies because one requirement you need for the chest is mana on kill chest. Recover 4% mana on kill, so when I kill 25 monsters from 0 mana, that'll give me 100% mana instantly. That will end the Zerfies effect. That will end every single mana blast effect. That for Zerfies is useless unless you don't have full mana always for bosses and stuff like that. But for mapping, it's completely useless for me. Okay, so because I'm Slayer Overleech, that acts like a mini Zerfies. So that enables me to use Righteous Fire and keep it up. So it acts like a Zerfies if you wanna say. So I could turn on my Zerfies. Okay. I might have to pick up a lot of loot here because of Nemesis mod, but one thing you'll notice is that my Poet's Pen actually is using this thing called Body Dash. I called it Body Dash. It's Unearth and Body Swap, but then my third slot is not GMP, but Flame Dash. So I Body Swap, then Flame Dash, then Unearth, Body Swap, Flame Dash, Unearth, Body Swap, Flame Dash. Now eventually Flame Dash goes on cooldown, but it recovers fast enough in my opinion that it's faster than just normal Body Dash and faster than Lightning Warp. Because when you're looting, you're not you're recovering your Flame Dash. When you're killing bosses, you're kind of recovering Flame Dash. Well, not really, but when you're looting or backtracking, So your Flame Dash goes off cooldown pretty fast and pretty often, and that you could feel the Body Dash effect. And for bosses, you could pop. Oh wow, that was bad. Yo, redo a video for it. Anyway, for bosses, you could turn on Poe Righteous Fire. That I haven't actually died in a long time. I think I was just casting, and I just got ambushed. It's alright, I'll keep it. It shows realistic build. Instead of doing million cuts, I'll just do a realistic build guide. Anyways. Not sure what happened there. I'll keep it. Bang. So as you can see, the Magma Orb is doing a lot of work with like maximum distance. Also, I have Arc linked to it because Arc is better clear speed, right? Or it's good clear speed. Now, yeah, it's not a true Magma Orb, sure. Yeah, let's take that off. But you don't really need Arc. Arc is good for like because you're not 360 Magma Orb, you're not Shard Magma Orb. I might make a Shard Magma Orb maybe one day, but you're not, right? So normally it's supposed to happen like that. I don't know what happened there, man. It was bad. I got ambushed. Okay, so that's the build. And like I said, it's Unearth, Body Swap, and the Flame Dash. So here you can see Unearth, Flame Dash, Body Swap, Flame Dash, Unearth, So you can see it's like faster, right? If you count the frames or whatever, and just a pure body swap or a pure lightning warp, you could travel faster like this. Like that was way faster than like in any other poet's pen, in my opinion. So that's Body Dash for me. Okay, now going over the gear is just poet's pen, of course. And I'm actually using Power Siphon because I noticed that my attack speed when I use my flask, if I don't have onslaught, if I don't have head under buffs, if I don't have any buffs, it's 3.85, right? Like the poet's pen cutoff is like 3.8, 3.9, definitely under 4. With frenzy charges and with frenzy, I go too fast. So I'm using Power Siphon, which is good for calling strike and gives me power charge, which allows me to proc EO more frequently. And then I'm just looking to like chain high mana cost GMP, chain, faster tech of course, and the life gain and hit. Withering Touch is an interesting concept here. I'm thinking of using Barrage sometimes with Withering Touch when I was using Frenzy, because that will allow me to get more weather stacks, which my Magma Orb does a lot of chaos damage on after, especially at the final end of the Magma Orb. But it's not really that useful for me. And then this is just a life rest ring I had. Obviously Indigon with +2 Magma Orb because the Magma Orb build. You don't need it. It's really useful, but you don't really need it to get started. And then Warlord's Mark on Hit Ring, because that's how we generate mana or life. Or not life. Life is Slayer, Leech, kinda. And I think you have Leech elsewhere, somewhere else. Actually no, you don't have Leech, my bad. The Warlord's Mark, yeah. Oh, you have Leech from What Is Promised, yeah, there we go. And then I'm using this Glove Command of the Pit, the new one from Delve League, from the Lich. This one gives you Arcane Surge level 1. Arcane Surge regenerates 0.5 of maximum mana. So, you have like 6k mana. It regenerates a lot of HP. And I'm using a mana recovery belt here, mana recovery rate, and a cooldown belt. But normally I use a Heaventer or like whatever belt you really want. I highly recommend you do mana or cooldown, or just mana recovery at least. Cooldown is a bonus if you get it. And just a life rest boots, I believe, with stun immunity or avoid distance, 80%. This one is not the best in slot enchant. I think Leech 0.5 is good because on hexproof maps, Warlord's Mark will not be active for your mana leech. Therefore, your mana regen will only come from mana regen itself and mana on kill. And for bosses, you won't have mana. You will not have mana leech on a hexproof map. I just happen to have. I just got too lazy with the lab enchant. And obviously Goonfang. You definitely want projectile gain 20. That's the highest one you want. This one is the where your Magma Orb does a lot of damage. Every bounce of Magma Orb, it does a lot of damage. So like, I don't know, 120, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, depending on how many times it chains. So my Magma Orb is chain 5 times. Is that right? Quite low actually. Alright. That's the wrong one. Chain 6 times. Yeah. So the helmet is chained 4 times. And then my flasks are Dying Sun. Any magic flask works. Basalt if you want. Jade, Staunch, Quartz. I use Sulfur for more damage. So Wording, Adrenaline, or no, I drop Adrenaline. My bad. And then Azeri's Promise and Mana Flask. So I can regenerate mana. So like, I'm Pathfinder, so I get more mana, more mana flask, like uptime for bosses. Because you're not killing monsters, so you're not gonna be getting mana on kill. If you're Trickster, you get the mana on kill, so you could use Cocoa Defiance, or you could use any chest you want, Lightning Coil, Rare Chest, Physical Damage taken as Elemental, Rare Chest, whatever you want. But for non-Tricksters, for mapping build, in my opinion, require this Shaper Chest that gives you mana on kill, life and res if possible, and that allows you to get full mana every time you map. And then lastly, for my weapon swap, I have Magma Orb set up with slow approach because that's single target, and LE focus. And I have Bow Lightning linked to slow approach too, and knockback. So Bow Lightning, what happens? It knocks monsters back into your Magma Orb sweet spot, where it ends. So with Dying Sun, it's pretty good coverage. You have pretty damn good coverage. So I can show you real quickly what I mean by that by doing a quick delve, I guess. So here we go. So in a high tier map or low tier map, I could use body swap or body dash. I take up Hair of Ash because I don't need the overkill. Normally in a high tier delve, you want to be safe, so you kind of do this from behind the scenes, you know. But for me, I don't, you know, this is only 300, so I could just go ham with my initial setup like this, right? And everything dies. I could tank everything. Not really an issue. And then during an encounter, or during a hard boss, or during a hard delve, you could just swap out and use the ball lightning setup with slow proj. You could just go back to this setup anytime you want. And then you knock them back, so you're pretty safe. So like for example here, instead of just body swapping around like a maniac, you could just find a good zone like here, and just have the full coverage. There we go, yeah. And just did that, right? And everything gets knocked back, everything gets magma orb, everything just dies nicely. They knock back there, knock back there. You know, this guy's explode around you, so be careful of that. So knockback helps you a bit there. And yeah, that's about it for this build. And oh sorry, lastly actually. Okay, this build is actually quite gear intensive in a way. As everybody knows, it was a lot of jewels. So I will list the POB on the POE trade, but like, so I have Magma Orb Jewel, of course, and then just a Life Rest Mana Jewel. Here's a Green Spectrum. You need 3 Grand Spectrums. Corruption doesn't really matter, and Life Mana Rest Jewel. Lastly, the Watcher's Eye here. This one is a really good Watcher's Eye. I paid like 20 something plus exalts for it, but you don't need it. The only mod that matters here is the mana recovery. The first one you see there, mana recovery, that's the only thing that matters. I think they're like 3 to 4 exalts for any mana recovery. The chance to recover mana, it's like, you could kind of see it sometimes, man. You can see my mana like going up and down thanks to the mana recovery, but as you can see, it's like kind of meh. Like, it doesn't really give me that much more mana. Like, I would say mana recovery is all you need. Like, that mana recovery helps with your mana pot if you use mana pot. You know, it will help with like mana leech. It will help with mana regen. It's just everything. So just get that mana recovery jewel. That's all you need. And then just try to get Corrupting Blood, Magma Orb Jewel, or Corrupting Blood, Grand Spectrum, or Corrupting Blood. Something that's common enough for you to afford, because it allows you to drop Staunching Flask. Now, I do have Staunching here, but you know, if you want to use Xerxes, for example, or something else, you could just do Heat and Warding. That's all you need then. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.